Hey y'all, Dibbo8 here. So, fires. They happen sometimes. When you're cooking, when there's a bad outlet, when you're trying to kill a cockroach, they're a part of life. But the thing is, they aren't common. Well, at least they aren't supposed to be common, let alone school fires. However, during my first year of high school, there were not one, not two, but 3.5 fires. I'll get to the point 5 later on. Alright, let's keep things moving quickly and get to the campfire fire stories, shall we? Before we start, just a reminder to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. Helps out a lot. And also check out my merch. The designs do go pretty hard, and it's a good way to support me in what I do. Appreciate y'all. Alright, now that's all out of my system. Let's really get into it. So, this happened in the last period of the day. I was just chilling with a friend, doing our stuff. It was just a typical school day. Then out of nowhere, there was a fire drill. Everyone walked out casually as usual. And once everyone was out, we waited for the signal for us to head back into the building. We waited, and waited, and waited. We were all wondering what was the holdup. Just then, out in the distance, everyone heard sirens. And at that moment, we all realized it was a real fire. Pause real quick! Let me just say something. Whenever there was a school fire during my elementary days, we were all taught to leave our stuff behind, don't go back for anything, and just get out in an unnecessary, sophisticated way. Back to the present, during that day, I left my backpack in the building because we were all taught to. And the main thing is, my class just so happened to be on the floor right below the fire. I mean, I was able to get it back next time I went there, but that fire really was a wake-up call for me. So let me spit some facts. Kids, if there's a fire, a drill, or whatever requires you to evacuate the building, at least bring your backpack. You don't want to have to risk losing all your stuff in there. Fire's a bad thing to lose stuff to. Alright, enough of Dib's real fire safety lessons. Another funny thing is, when everyone was evacuating the campus, me and my friend were just slowly walking and talking without a care in the world. Like, we were one of the last ones out of the building. And the cause of the fire, apparently someone lit a small poster on fire and just threw it in a garbage can, and it just escalated from there. So that was the basic rundown of my first school fire. But there's still 2.5 fires to go over, so let's get into them. Yeah, another fire in the same month. I know, pretty insane. But this is the fire I have the least information about, so just bear with me here. So this one happened in 7th period, in a bathroom right next to my 8th period room. Not only do y'all go in those bathrooms, but y'all be starting fires in there as well. Actually, what is wrong with y'all? If the fire happened just a bit later, things would be very terrifying, but thank God the timing was off by 1 period. Everyone that was in that building currently had to be evacuated to the cafeteria and just chill there. And when the 8th period hit, they were still working on cleaning up the fire, so I had to join the kids in the cafeteria. Like I said earlier, I don't have too much info off of this fire, but the most reasonable story I've heard is that someone lit a toilet paper roll on fire. Or who knows, maybe a toilet just blew up on its own or something, I don't know. Alright, good news about this one. This is a fire I have the most information on, and the one that had the longest lasting effects. So basically, it's just the fire of the year. So, it was only 3rd period, a normal day so far, and the fire alarm went off. I grabbed my backpack and started heading outside. Everyone waited for a bit, then we got the signal to head back in. Which was surprising to say the least, because I started getting used to the real fires, but I just shrugged it off and went back inside. But then like 3 minutes later after I sat back down, the fire alarm went off again. I still didn't forget my backpack and headed back outside. But this time, it was the real deal. Apparently, a dude lit a poster in a hallway on fire once we went back in. Being for real here, who is giving these kids lighters? They cannot be trusted with them. Anyways, when everyone was walking out again, a dude managed to snag a picture of the fire. Like I said, fire with the most information. And since it happened in third period, the building was closed for the rest of the day, and nearly all the rest of my classes were in that building. I just had to stay in the school courtyard for like a total of 2 hours. But at the end of the day, I was just vibing because it didn't have to do any work. So that's a plus. Okay, that's the 3 fire. Now we can get to the 0.5 fire y'all been wondering about. Alright, here we have our latest and final fire of the year. Well, not exactly a fire, but I'm still gonna count it as a half fire because that's basically what it is. No complaining in the comments. But if it makes you feel any better, I saw it happen in person. No, I didn't cause it. So, 6th period lunch. I was just having myself some most likely non-poisonous school food as usual. Then I looked up and saw a bunch of kids quickly heading for the cafeteria exits. I had no idea what was going on until I looked behind me. One of the ceiling lights were smoking, like a lot. And the smell it made, don't get me started on the smell, it was awful. And if that was just from smoke, I can only imagine what the smell of real fire would be like. Anyways, I quickly snagged a picture of it and absolutely booked it. Gotta prioritize, can't blame me. I have no idea what caused it, but I'm going the non-exciting route and saying it was just burned out. I know, very boring. No kids with lighters this time around. Very sad. Boo-hoo. Oh no. So those were all the fires that happened in my first year of high school. What did we learn from all this? Don't give your kids lighters, bring your backpack, and don't miss a day of school. Who knows? Maybe a fire can happen, and you can get bragging rights for surviving it. Look at me. I got 3.5 under my belt. Now that's all the stuff I gotta say for this video. See y'all on the flip side, and live your life.